In this video, we're doing a side-by-side projector comparison between the Blackview PV1000 Max and a random competitor in the same price range. Because on paper, especially the online advertisement, a lot of projectors in the same price range can look very similar. But this is actually a trap, because huge brightness numbers as well as the 1080p claims, smart features, as well as the huge throw promises, you can find all of that basically everywhere. For example, 1000 lumens of claimed brightness. In reality, in many cases, it's more like only 300 to 400. So the real question is simple. What do you actually get when you put them side by side? When you put them actually next to each other in the same room, with the same conditions, on the same wall with the exact same content? Well, we will find out, and for this video I will focus only on the real world use cases: brightness, image quality, color, general usability, as well as automatic focus and keystone correction features. Of course, the streaming experience and audio, and also other things like the build quality and the ease of use, as well as the setup. Now, the Blackview PV1000 is especially interesting because it is positioned as an all-in-one lifestyle projector with a true 1000 ANSI lumen. So that's a true statement right there. Will it be the same for this one? It's going to be interesting. But also the gimbal, as well as the great build quality and the Dolby Audio certification, for example, as well as AirPlay, Miracast, DLNA, the integrated Vida OS straight out of the box, and also a 6-in-1 TOF automatic setup system. Well, yeah, it sounds awesome, right? So let's see if this can actually deliver all the claims and promises, and let's see how it will compare to a similar competitor. Now, the pricing is very affordable, it's very budget friendly. So let's find out what these projectors actually bring to the table. So here we have the box. I will only show you the Blackview unboxing since I want to keep the other one a secret. So here on the top we have this. Then on the front side, where you can also open it up, we have a picture of the projector. Then we have all the services that you can use here, and also the other side, of course, Apple Home, Apple AirPlay, the fully smart device. And on this side we have all the small print. Bottom looks like that. So without further ado, let's open it up. And Blackview makes this very easy because we actually have a little tab where we can easily grab it. Right, so 1 and 2. Okay, more to open, and then immediately we can see the paperwork, remote and cables on top. Of course, we have great thick padding, and that's actually really thick. Love to see that. And the projector is in here, and the box is now empty, so let's move on right away. Everything is nicely wrapped. So first we have the remote right there. Great buttons, it looks like that, and on the back we can open it up, and there we need 2 AAA batteries, right? Then we have a power cable, nice and long power cable right there. This customer service sticker, and lastly the paperwork. A dedicated comprehensive manual in multi-language, and we have 1, and there we have 2. And the rest is simply about the setup of the projector. So it's a great manual to say the least. We also have a few great certifications, and there we go. There we go, and wow, look at that super solid build quality. Wow, that's a really great looking projector right there. Great gimbal, super adjustable. Wow, and the lens, wow, speechless. Great all-in-one design. So yeah, let's take a close look. So on the top we have these silver shiny letters, looks awesome. Very nice design all in all, with the rounded corners and very well integrated, cool looking vents right there. Here on the back we have all the ports as well as the power button. Here on the front we have the lens as well as all the sensors that allow for the automatic calibration and focus and all of that good stuff. Fully sealed engine, Dolby Audio certified. This is the belly of the beast right there. And lastly here the gimbal, very nice rubber feet on the bottom. We even have a threaded insert, of course all the small print, and here also a nice handle. So that's a really nice and secure grip that you can get, and again super adjustable and a really nice sturdy design. So there we go. My only white wall, but this should actually make for a great side-by-side test. Now, first of all, the cable for the Blackview projector has a much better entry down at the base, while as this one straight in the back, no bueno. So let's go. Now that's actually pretty cool. And now for the first time ever, we can see the dimensions of this lens. And now when we compare it, this one is much bigger. For the same price point, it's on a whole other level. Now the loudness of this one, okay, it's not that bad. Turn on the Blackview as well. So the loudness actually is quite similar, but now is where it becomes interesting because we are looking for the difference in brightness. Let me quickly blast through the setup and get the alignment perfect. So just like that. The setup for the Blackview is completely done, but this one is actually broken. I can't even get the remote to work. Off to a great start. But look at that image quality, that's crazy. I gotta figure that out. So annoying. So check this out. Oh, finally. Now the setup for the Blackview projector was also much faster. As you saw, just bringing up the keyboard was so laggy. But other than that, I'm actually super proud of this side-by-side setup. It's really perfect. Now let me get done this and now we can finally get to some real comparisons. So this one had a forced Google sign-in and the setup is now going on for over 15 minutes, while this one took only like 2 minutes. As you can hear, this one has a fan noise in a somewhat lower frequency and this one in a much higher frequency. So this one right there and the competitor. If you ask me, this one also sounds a bit more annoying and the setup is so slow. So there we finally go. We have the home screens right there and as you can see the brightness difference is clear. The size difference is, well, it's not that huge and of course they're perfectly aligned. This one is even a bit further back so the image should be larger, so also that we get a larger image. And now when we turn this one, check that out, pretty much immediate correction. And now the other one. Hello. Okay, so it's actually not recognizing the change. Oh my goodness. Okay, so all the way over there. Nice. Perfect. And even though it's pretty much off angle, the focus field is still pretty nice. Wow. And the other one, it doesn't care. Doesn't care at all. Okay, never mind. Well, as you can see, the Blackview projector will recognize any change of the position pretty much immediately, fix the keystones as well as the focus, while as competitors, well, yeah. So let's bring them side by side. Okay, so I'm actually pretty happy with this. As you can see in both cases, we have a good meter of actual projection width. So I think this should actually be a great comparison. Now let's switch it over to YouTube, of course. We have the standard mode. Okay, so there is no brightness adjustability on this one and the Blackview. Okay, we can trigger the autofocus, for example. Okay, I can't immediately find a screen brightness. I'm assuming it's on max. But as you can see, we have many more customization options right here, not only for the picture but also for the sound, connection, accessibility, while on the competitor, even when we go to advanced settings, there is pretty much not much to see. Image correction and everything is on auto as well, but it's just not doing a great job with detecting the movements. Oh, what's happening? Oh no, what is it doing? Oh my goodness. Well, that was quite the delayed reaction, if you ask me. So I will now look for the same video for both of them and the quality should be 1080p in both cases. So there we go. Okay, almost at the same time. So I think the remotes, they kinda mess with each other. So just a little delay. Oh yeah, almost perfect. That's pretty nice. So clearly this one is much brighter. And we also have, well, way more vivid colors. I mean, wow, it's a huge difference right there. And the brightness level, wow, on this one, wow, you can clearly see it. Much better dynamic range. It's just on a whole other level, again, for the same price point. So, wow, it's crazy visible on this one too. My goodness. My goodness. And now also we have the sound. That's the sound for the Blackview. As you can hear, that's rich audio, nice bass as well. It's really a full spectrum. And now for the other one, that's already 50%. Okay, this one is actually really silent. Okay, so 2/3, and it's kind of distorting, and the sound isn't nearly as full. There are clear frequencies lacking in the lower frequencies. Not a lot there. Again, Blackview once again. Wow, the sound is so much better. It's already louder at just 20%. So when we bring it up, oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. So the Dolby audio is no joke. And also the brightness, clearly. Let's try the voice search. NCS we are here also. NCS we are. Okay, very nice in both cases. Now let's go for an audio test, for a better audio test that is. Same ad, look at this difference. Wow. The sharpness is quite similar, I have to say. For example, when we look at the fingers right there and also right there, I mean, it is sharper, but it's not too bad. But the reason why this image looks so bad compared to this one is just the lack of brightness and the desaturation of the colors. It's just not that vivid. And especially here with these, dark images, we can see the clear difference again when it gets to the brightness. And the sound should be equally shocking. Let me start here with the competitor. Half loudness, okay, like 50%. There will be a massive difference. Oh my goodness, this. No way. Half loudness. Again, the competitor, half loudness. Are you kidding me? And the Blackview. Wow. Now you know why they call it an all-in-one projector and bass. Versus competitor bass. No bass. No bass. Both have a nice gimbal, are very adjustable. The automatic correction is very bad for the competitor, for most competitors that is. The Blackview for this price point, crazy accurate. And then when it gets to the image quality, to the sharpness, to the vividness, we also have the edge when it gets to the Blackview, and when it gets to the brightness, this one, the Blackview, is much brighter. And the all-in-one, of course, also has to include the sound. With the Blackview projector, you don't need a second speaker. We get amazing sound straight out of the device. While as with the competitor, the fan noise is louder than the actual speaker. That's definitely not an all-in-one product, even though the automatic lens slider is a pretty neat feature. But this one, with the sound just on 50%, it's already filling up the whole room. Massive thumbs up for the Dolby audio, and it will drown out the fan noise completely. The fan noise is comparable, a little bit higher pitched and a bit more annoying in my opinion with the competitor, and this one has like this low hum fan noise. But again, when you turn up the loudness, it's no problem at all. That's a very clear result in my eyes. In some regards, it's similar, but in most regards, the Blackview projector is a clear winner. So after comparing both of these projectors in many regards, side by side, I can honestly say that the biggest difference for me is that the Blackview PV1000 feels more like a fully complete all-in-one well-rounded projector, actually by a huge margin. Now other competitors like this one, they may look interesting on paper, especially if you only compare the listed claims and specs, but as you saw, once you actually test and compare them in real life use case scenarios and test the setup, image quality, the sharpness, the color reproduction, vividness, all of that good stuff, and also the daily usability as well as the audio quality, well then you will get the nasty surprise. And I hope that this won't happen to you, or didn't. Well, in this price category, the PV1000 Max is a true king. They could sell this for much more. We get a very bright image, great quality overall, awesome audio, very rugged build quality. Placing it, setting it up is super easy, fast, and you can also easily move it around without having to fear that it will just fall apart like this guy right there. And I also like the fact that Blackview uses the official Vida OS, and with this you get a super clean streaming experience, literally straight out of the box. You don't need to rely on any, external sticks or walkarounds. And when you add the Dolby audio, wireless casting, licensed app access, and the great all-in-one design, then this becomes so much more than a simple budget-friendly projector. But of course, the proper choice always depends on your room, on your budget and your expectations. But if I had to pick a projector that feels the most premium, most flexible and most trustworthy, and for actual home theater grade use, then I would choose the Blackview PV1000 Max. This projector is second to none. So yeah, check out the product links in the description. If you're interested, I will list and link the best deals for you. But before you go, smash that like button, then subscribe, ring the bell and click all to never miss amazing Tech Magnet videos. That's it for this one. Enjoy it and I will see you soon.